Jorin's bumhole. It's me, Bimblin Bloodaxe of the Lonely Mountain. Join me here in my Lord of the Rings online playthrough as I banish the shadows of Angmar from Middle-earth. Hurrah! Oh, I was hoping to get his Casa de Menu in there, but no. You've got to, you've got to attack somebody. Never mind. Okay, how do you like my new intro? I think it'll catch on. All right, so here we are, Bimblin, and Aladdin and Elro here are here. They were probably here all the time, but I missed them. But never mind, eh? Right, so let's get on with it. I've done all of my housekeeping and whatnot, so we'll just get right back into the old questing, shall we? So I think we head off over this way. Up we go. By Jorin's bumhole. I hope that gets past the algorithm. Oh, we get a quick strike against this video, won't we? All right. Oh, should have gone this way, actually. It's this way. I'm getting ahead of myself. Ah, I remember. There's a ridge up here. There's a ridge up here. So let's get up to Thamgalia, which I believe is up this path. Ha ha! So I think you're going to get some more bad acting this episode. Nobody has been in the comments to say don't do it. Of course, I haven't actually published the last video, but we don't bother about things like that. Oh, I'll tell you what I have done. I'll show you in a second. You know how I said that eventually we are going to start making some actual money? We are starting to do so now. So I've just done a bit of gathering there. I'm going to put these in here. And yes, now we've reached a level where Forester, we've done our apprenticeship, and Prospector, we've done our apprenticeship. So things like rowan logs and copper ore, we don't need it anymore, so we may as well sell it. But the good thing about that is when you sell it, you can get good cash for it. So go to the auction house, and here is what I've got posted. I don't need bronze ingots anymore, so 200 silver, even for bronze ingots, isn't bad. But the big money is on the actual, low level resources. So I've got 32 chunks of copper ore here, and that is 1 gold and 500 silver that I'm selling it at. And I'll tell you, I am confident that that will sell. That will sell. So we'll start getting the money in. Thin rowan boards, 90, not as good. I don't think I've put any logs on. No, I haven't put any logs on, but once we start putting rowan logs on there, again, this is the sort of money we'll be looking at making. So soon we should be swimming in it. So just thought I'd show you that. Mind you, watch it now, it won't sell. But I'm confident it will sell. Okay, right, we've got to kill things. Thamgalia, I think, is just up there. So let's kill things like these scurrying harbour rats. Take that. Yes, what I wanted to do at the end of that introduction, what I actually wanted to do was this. For him to do his Casa de Menu thing, but unfortunately, you actually have to be attacking something to do that, so I couldn't do it. It's a bit of a bummer. You'll just have to imagine it. Right. Oh, what's this? New mail. Oh, is this it? Chunk of copper ore. Look at that. Told you it'd sell. Absolutely told you it'd sell. I could have probably sold it for a bit more. So we are now got 2 gold. And I tell you what, from now on, be making hand over fist. Making money hand over fist. There we go. We defeated the foul creatures. And there's something in here. We've placed the... place something on there. Has anything happened? No, we've just got to go back to Thinglier and do his stuff. There is something. There must be some rowan branches or something there. Oh no, it is actually a shattered pitcher. It's an artifact. Now, that's the only thing we're having problems with at the moment on crafting. It's Scholar. As you can see, I've got it to about 256 out of 400. So we need to, it needs to be polished off, really. I like to polish off the level, and then we can start selling the, the basic crafting ingredients, which is, what is it? Which is age scraps of text. Okay, and they sell for a fortune as well. So that's what we'll be looking at doing. And the fortunate thing about us doing these Kellendim quests is there are quite a few elf ruins. And if there's one thing that elves are known for, they just leave artifacts all over the place. So hopefully we will soon be able to finish that particular crafting apprenticeship off. Yeah, so all these copper nodes and rowan branches, anything like that that I'm picking up now, it is just pure profit, man. Absolute pure profit. Anyway, we'll go down here, speak to Thinglier, turn this quest in while we're at it. He may have another one, that's why I'm actually popping down here. Because we're heading off to the vineyard now. So there's a good chance that he may actually have a vineyard quest as well. We'll see. On the way down. It's very nice looking, Kellendim, but it's a bit of a pain in the ass to get around. I suppose the architecture is very nice, but I wish they'd, they'd just build straight stairs instead of all this bloody curving stair rubbish. Thinglier, where is he? I think he's up here. Your news gladdens my heart, Bimblin, and I am eager to walk amongst the ruins as I once did, with the sky over my head and the sun on my face. The cool shadows cast by the walls will no longer be a reminder of the shadow in the east, but of respite and restoration. Right, we'll take his pauldrons. They'll be the most expensive. My brother Callangil is staying at Duillond, our refuge to the north. Like me, he also strives to restore the old places to their pristine state, and may need your help. Follow the road to the high ground above Kellendim, and then make your way north through a gap in the hills to reach the refuge. Awesome. So up we go, but I think the vineyard is first. So we'll pop down the vineyard, sort that out. So we might polish off all the quests here. And maybe do 1 or 2 quests at Duillond, and then we'll call it a day. Last episode, about 45 minutes long. So awesome. I don't think I can get it any shorter than that, because I just witter on too much. But I'll try and keep it to around 45 minutes. And then at the end, when we're doing the final quest, like the big denouement at the end of Duillond, we'll probably do that in its entirety. So that might be an hour and a half. But we shall see. Is it up here? It's up here. It's up here, idiot. Just avoid these. Don't kill things till you have to. That's the ticket. Oh, another thing I noticed, I was running around, obviously doing some gathering quests. Like, for example, I'm just going to do a couple here now. And I was doing these, and I had to shoot a couple of Hendravales. So I thought I'd just check where I'm up to. I only need to kill 3 more. So I could have done it, but I'll leave it till we get to Thrassy's Lodge. I think we can get off here. If I recall correctly, there's somebody... Oh, right, I thought they were a bit nearer. But no, there they are. There's the vintner. Brethilwen. And we had to get off our horse because she's a lady. Another stunner. Need of a cask. I only wish that... Oh, sorry. I only wish that this thoughtful gift from Perigord didn't arrive during such a dire time. With the situation at the vineyard, I fear that the cask may go empty for our journey. What? No wine? By this time of year, most of the grapes have been picked, and the wine already bottled. This was a very generous season. However, many of the vines are still laden with grapes. I would welcome your assistance. Winemaking is not easy work, but performing this task will certainly add to your appreciation of the wine you drink. Harder still when nasty goblins find their way into the fields and drive you off. I think, though, that you might be sturdy enough to aid me. If you would, gather the grapes from the vines still hale and hearty enough, and I will see that this cask is filled with the finest that this vale has to offer. The vineyard below us, and further to the west along the stone path. Be careful of the goblins, they are particularly nasty. Will do, kid. Has she got any more? Yes, a rare vintage. My friend, I wonder if I can ask you to undertake a task for me. It is bad enough that the goblins despoil Limael's vineyard, but recently a party of the wretched creatures broke into an old wine cellar and stole a number of flasks of a rare and ancient vintage. No doubt the evil creatures have already drunk or destroyed most of the wine, but if you can recover any of the bottles from the goblins in this area, I would be deeply in your debt. You can find the goblins throughout Limael's vineyard. I would not venture beyond into the Rath-Taraig, however, as the goblins there are rather more dangerous. Yes, Rath-Taraig, we will be going there, but that is that place I was trying to think of, you know, where the Erid-Luin prologue comes to an end. So Rath-Taraig will be where our finale takes place. Right, let's go down here. Kill stuff! Like him! Have you got a bottle of wine, Chumley? Let us find out. No, he didn't. There's another there, though. Come to Popper. Oh, there's a grape. Heard it on the grapevine. There we go. Actually, because we've got a few more quests here, I might just run to once we've finished up here, it might just be a question of getting to Duillond and then calling it a day there. Don't want to overrun too much if we can help it. Well done, Bimblin. Kicking ass. You the man. The dwarf, I mean. You the dwarf. Let's get some more grapes. Oh, I've been collecting wine flasks, so that's pretty good. The last few have actually had wine flasks on them. So we're getting there. We're getting there, kids. By Jorin's bumhole. Ah! You there on the stairs. Die. Yes, just stay there. Like that's going to do you any good. Hiding in the bushes, eh? Nice try. Let's have some more grapes. Even more grapes. That should be all the grapes. Kill this sentinel here. Right, that's all the sentinels dealt with. We just need another defiler. And then Fraanch. Yeah, there's 2 defilers here. You there. How's that for defilement? Jump on him. Jump on the corpse. Off we go. You are in my way, Sonny Jim. And that means only one thing. There's Fraanch. Oh, coming straight towards me, eh? Let's give you the full treatment. Oh, he's dead already. Rubbish. I'm just checking up here because there's normally... I seem to remember there used to be a chest up here. Well, there isn't one now, is there? Bum air. Alright, what's to do without? Is there something up there? Perhaps that's his circuit. Perhaps Fraanch walks all the way around here. And I've got mixed up, and perhaps the chest is up here. I think Rath-to-Rag is through there. Is it here? Oh, let's just kill these and find out. Kill them all. Let's give the nice elf lady extra for her money. It's not looking like there's any. Oh, yeah, there's a shattered picture. We want that. That's picture, not picture. We want that. We need some age scraps of text. Where is it? There it is. Let's pick it up. Right, on the old horse. Let's head back. Let's head back to the nice lady. Give her some grapes. This isn't a bad place for doing a Slayer deed for goblins, but like I say, they're just all over the place, goblins. I'll be stunned if you don't complete both Slayer deeds by the time you get to the last part of Ered-Luin. Ah, very good. You have done all that I could ask. Thank you for your efforts. Those wicked creatures will learn better than to raid my wine cellars in the future. Let's take those leg guards. Oh, I should have got off. She's a lady. Where are your manners, Bimble? Very good, Bimblin. Years from now, your efforts today will bring great joy to many. Hard work brings satisfaction, not just in winemaking, but in all things. And we'll have some chain gloves. All filled and ready for delivery. I would like to thank you for your assistance, Bimblin, as I would not have been able to see this last bit of harvest along without you. This cask is meant for another, however. I should like to see it sent along to my friend Bregador. It was he who sent you to me after all. Why should he not have the finest wine of the valley? Because he hasn't been out killing goblins like I have, lady. That's why. If you would, take this back to him at Kellondim. Follow the path to the east and turn to the southeast across the bridge. You will find him at the Crafters Market. I know he gave me the quest to start with. Right, now we can get back on the old horse. Away, strong heart, away! A cabbage! Look, yonder, a cabbage! A copper deposit! Look at these wild boar, attracted by my ham acting. Another cabbage! Let's go down and around. Yes, I'll take these back to Kellondim, and then eventually we can stop going back there. But a bit of back and forth at the moment, just to get it all sorted out. The other thing, I've done the tasks for today. You can do 5 a day, so I turn them in at Gondomon off camera. So we're trucking along with our reputation with the Dwarves of Thorin Hall. What we at? 7,900 out of 10,000. So as soon as we get to 10,000, we'll become friends of Thorin's Hall, I think. And that'll be nice. But as it is, they're just neutral. Ooh, Carnivore. Oh, yes. What is this? Pamprouse said my son still lives. A Vorthol was not slain. My heart wants to believe, but believe the words of a goblin. Still, I cannot fathom why he would tell you this if it were not so. But if a Vorthol is alive, then his capture does not bode well. I fear he will not live long while imprisoned by those outcast dwarfs. They are no better than the goblins. We'll pick an earring. You have done so much for me already, Bimblin, but there is still much that must be done if my son is to be restored. We have not had dealings with the dwarves for a very long time. You're speaking to a dwarf now, pal. And those are not pleasant memories. My people have had poor relations with the dwarfs, dour hands, mate, for years. And now there is news that one of them has aligned with some ancient evil. Dwarfs, dour hands, are scheming and self-serving, not to be trusted. You're trying me patience. We must gather our strength to lay siege to the dwarves of Elderberries and rescue Averthal from their clutches. It's the dour hands. But only Durongo Whitethorn, the master of Duillond, has the authority to muster such a force. Bring him the news of my son, that he is alive, but a prisoner. We must strike at the dour hands before it is too late. Speak with Turon at the stable before you go. He will hasten you upon your journey. See, I knew we'd be speaking to Ron. To Ron at some point. Breathlwen. Look, sent me some booze. Cause Bimblin. He's got their message. He's got their message for the elf maidens as Bimblin. They like the cut of his jib, and why wouldn't they? It's a fine figure of a dwarf. Up you go. Got to talk to the cask maker. Up the stupid windy stairs. Right, I believe he's here. So we dismount. God, is this the guy who's... I think he's been there all morning, bloody crafting. Thank you, Bimblin, and thank my friend Brethelwen for knowing my intentions. I understand that Brethelwen was beset by goblins, and that you fought many off to obtain this spirit. Know that it was for a worthy cause. And now he's got something else he wants us to do. Before you leave, Bimblin, I have one more boon to ask of you. I promised a bottle of last year's vintage to a friend at Duillond to the north, and my labours have kept me too busy to fulfil that pledge. I hope this has not inconvenienced her. Could you deliver this bottle to Duillond for me? The refuge lies on the road that follows the river north beyond Lemale's vineyard. If you reach the dwarf port of Collecdal, you have travelled too far north. Perhaps you should make use of the horse from here to Duillond. Accept. Brilliant. We've done that. Out of the way of him doing his crafting. Actually, he's not even crafting, is he? He's just sort of stood rather stupidly. Oh, he's role-playing, look. He's role-playing like he's crapped himself. But gritty role-playing. Let's get down here. Down here and around. Greetings, wanderer. There he is, the old wine enthusiast. Here we go. Right, Taron. We've got Taron, Ron. Leaving Middle-earth. Yeah, this one's going to be bag of laughs. Long have my brother and I dwelt upon these shores, and much have we seen in that time. Now the time has come for us to leave this place and sail into the west. My brother, however, does not see clearly and wishes to remain here. We have always dwelt together, and I could not consider a day in my life without his company and counsel. He is the cord which binds me to this middle earth. While he is of a mind to remain, I am forced to wait for him. If you would, go to Duillond and see if you convince Brigar to join me here at Kellendim. It is time we begin our journey. The refuge is north upon the road. Awesome. So you can't persuade your brother, but we can. I see. Should we use the stable master? Why not, for a laugh? Duillond. It's going to cost us a silver. But we got tons of money now. We're in the money. We're making it hand over fist. So up we go towards Duillond. I've always got to fight. I just want to say it in a stupid French accent. I don't know why. Every time I go Duillond of the herbs and the spices. Duillond. Ah oui. Si Cointreau is the warmth of us French. The ice is the cool of you English. Put them together, and I get my leg over. Oh. Apologies to any French viewers. I couldn't resist it. That used to be an old advert for, funnily enough, for Cointreau. Except they didn't have the leg over bit at the end. I've sort of put that in. Right, enough of that anyway. Let's carry on. So here we are at Duillond now. And Duillond. And we'll pick up the quest and then we'll call it a day. Bad an ass. She's a bad an ass. Let's talk to this bad an ass. Right. Oh, just can't. Just a shame. Oh, homesteads. Right. We're not interested in homesteads. So we can leave bad and ass alone. Perhaps for the best. Um, we might do the homesteads at one point. In fact, if I do homesteads at one point, I'll make sure to come back to bad and ass because she makes me laugh. So here is Kellengill, the grocer. Kellengill's vigil. So, Thinglair has succeeded in driving the darkness back from Thamgalair with your aid. I too have such a task before me, but alas, I have no trinket from Rivendell to aid me. I do know much of the herbs of these lands, however, and can mix a draught that should serve to purify the nearby ruins. Will you lend me your aid in this endeavour? You have decided to help me? Excellent. There is a draught I know the making of that should cleanse the taint from the ruins of Dolring West. I have most of the ingredients I need, but there is one remaining herb, a fragrant herb that grows on the shores of the river, running north to south below Duillond. That'll be the River Loon, that Glengill. 'Tis a simple matter to gather it, and I would do so myself, but the brewing is at a delicate stage right now, and I must keep a close eye upon it. Would you gather the herbs I need, Bimblin? Of course. Oh, don't want to do that. Go away. Just desperate for me to do it. Right. Is there any more? No, there's just bad and ass. But I think there's somebody around the corner here. This is one of the good things about, even though it's years ago since I've done this, I do sort of remember where some of the people are. So here's Dollingill. She's a lady. Let's move in. Splendid! I must admit I wondered if perhaps Bregador would come through on his promise. I should have known that he would not forget a friend. Ah, this vintage has the promise of aging nicely. Perhaps in some 30 years it will have aged sufficiently. You have my thanks. All right, so you're a mortal. We get the idea. So we've got a funky new cloak. Let's try it on. Where's the cloak? If it's a better cloak, it might not be a better cloak actually, because we are in a starting area. There it is. No, it's level 10, so it's better. So we will put that on. Gives us +3 fate. Now I think that guy's brother's over here, and he is. And also Dorringall Whitethorn, we've got to speak to him as well, as of the main elf prologue. My brother wishes to leave Middle-earth, but I believe it is time for us to stand our ground against the shadow growing in the east. With your help, perhaps, to Ron will see reason. This Middle-earth which we love will soon face great peril, and we are bound to defend it. I cannot yet sail west. To Ron must know that while I remain behind, I will ever be with him. To do this, I will need your aid. So much of this land has been our shelter and teacher, and our memories are filled with moments of joy and laughter because of this land. I think perhaps my brother will appreciate this well enough to see me on my journey as he begins his own. In the ruins of Dolring West there lies a sword upon a stone cairn, borne once by a Dunedain we fought beside in defence of our homeland. I may be able to remind my brother of our duty to Middle-earth. My duties here will not allow me to leave, but I hope you will see the need I have to seal this rift between my brother and me. Will you help me? Of course I will. I'm a big-hearted guy. Let's do that. Hang on. Get rid of that. And here he is. Your news is troubling, Bimblin. For dwarfs to work peacefully with goblins is unusual enough. It's the Dowerhands. But to conspire in the abduction of an elf prince seems foolhardy, even for them. I will not call our warriors to arms just yet. Cardivore is full of anger, which is to be expected. But as master of Duillond, it is my duty to exercise restraint. If the dwarfs have indeed taken Avorthal, we will fall upon them with such fury that the mountains shall shake at our passing. But this could also be a trick of the goblins, eh? They would have much to gain from a war between elves and dwarves. Our hands. So finish now. I couldn't resist that. And in fact, I can't resist again. I have dispatched an emissary to the dwarf city of Gondomar to relax growing tensions between elves and dwarves, but I fear rumor of Avorthal's captivity may prove too great a strain for her to ease. Journey north and west along the road to Gondomar, and tell Gaelthin what has transpired here. Together, you and she learn the truth of Avorthal's whereabouts and rescue him if indeed he be a prisoner of the dwarfs. Our hands. I do not wish for war until we are certain of his fate. If Avorthal has been harmed, or we are unable to free him, I will call our warriors to arms, but not before. Okay. Oh, that's. I wish they wouldn't do that because you think you've got to select one, and it's not until you actually turn this quest in. Right, I think that is. Oh, I think Braegar's got another quest that I missed. Ancient battles were fought at the ruins of Dolring West, and we had thought the evil purged. Now goblins toil within the ruins and desecrate the memory of the place. I would ask that you do your best to clear the goblins from these ruins. It will ease my heart, and perhaps aid my brother to run, to live in peace. Leave in peace. You will find the goblins in residence of Dolring West, in the west of Duillond. Please make your way there and drive these foul creatures from the ruins. I shall. Right. Okay. Bimblin, get on your horse. Be very careful here. I have, in the past, back in the day, fallen off one of these and died because of the stupid architecture that the elves have. So do be careful if you're riding around on your horse in Duillond. Okay, I've got to find somewhere to stop. This'll do. Let's dismount here. Spin around. I've picked a bad spot because everybody's in the way. Yeah. Go and stand in front of badass. Next to badass. There we go. Next to badass. All right. So that is it for today's episode. We've pretty much cleaned out everything in Kilondim now. And we are at Duillond. So we'll do Duillond next time. And I think because we just got that quest to bring Durunger's letter to Gaelthin, that takes us to Gondomon, and I believe we will be able to speak to Malthy now, and that means we can do both the dwarf quest and the elf quests sort of merge from there. So I think we'll be all right after that. Okay, that is it for today's episode. I hope to see you next time. Until then, this is me, Cat Weasel, saying adieu.